don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light, and you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your hitting them. They hate me, they hate me. What should I do?
All right, Coach, from one of the last views in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Black 99 Philly. Red, green 39, green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Down. Black 22. Black 22. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
On 1st down, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41.
Black 22. Black 22. Richmond, Richmond. 2 jet.
Here's Watson. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it with Jackson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
New York set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, blue 80. Blue 80. Tiger. Come back.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Going underneath for Crowell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Houston in there for sack number 127 in his great career. Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Now a handoff to Crowell. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Watson now to throw. Cooper's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Cooper's first catch and good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Richmond.
On 1st and 10, Watson. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Down. Black 22. Black 22. Richmond.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Black 22. Black 22. Richmond.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Black 22! Black 22! Come back, come back!
They'll try the air down with Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Watson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Mahomes going to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Slow!
Mahomes to throw on second down. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it into Watkins, and that takes us from second to third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case,
so it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Down. Flag 22. Flag 22.
They begin with a run by Crowell. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The pitch to Crowell. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll toss it to Crowell. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's a give to Crowell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Chris Jones on the stop.
Let's give plenty of credit to the defense there. They stuffed them on 2nd and short. But if you're the offense, why would you change what you're doing? You've got a whole nother down to pick it up, and maybe even a 4th if you so choose.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. Watkins, the intended receiver. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Watson is going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
first chance for the backup here to throw. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Black 22! Black 22! Black 39 Philly!
Now Watson. Going up top. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Safarian-Jenkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line. Across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle.
Mahomes to throw once more. And able to find Conley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Crowell. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Going underneath for Crowell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the 50, it's Watson. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Richmond.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yard to play back at the 46. We're back now in KC. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Richmond. Come back.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson escaping the pressure right. He hits Jermaine Kearse. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive.
Flag 22.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. Cooper on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll run with Crowell. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw on 2nd is Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Down. Green the line. Green the line. Come back. Come back. Tiger.
Here's Watson. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins, 64 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They run again with Jackson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And his pass incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. He can run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Here's Mahomes to throw, and he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 12. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Hey.
Watson now to throw. Incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio. Ohio. Safety screaming. Jack. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Check.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Slow. Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.